Picture Germany in 1933. A nation on its knees. 6 million people are jobless, and the national spirit is crushed by a lost war and hyperinflation. It was a country shattered by depression. Now, picture that same nation just 6 years later. It's a booming industrial powerhouse. Its factories are churning out steel, and its armies are ready for world conquest. This transformation is often called an economic miracle. But what if it wasn't a miracle? What if it was a meticulously planned economic machine designed for war? This is the story of how Hitler hijacked an economy to seize absolute power. To understand why Hitler's promises were so seductive, you have to understand the depth of Germany's desperation. The post-war government was saddled with brutal war payments, leading to one of the worst cases of hyperinflation in history. The German mark became worthless. Your life savings could evaporate overnight. By 1932, a third of the country couldn't find work. Factories were silent and banks were failing. The German people were desperate for order in the chaos, and that desperation swung the door open for Adolf Hitler. When Hitler became chancellor in 1933, he moved fast. His most visible success was the war on unemployment through massive public works programs. The most famous was the Autobahn, a revolutionary highway system that employed over 120,000 workers. The state pushed for the design of the Volkswagen, the people's car, as a symbol of a prosperous future. Official numbers showed unemployment dropping from 6 million to near zero by 1939. But this recovery was an illusion built on financial trickery and total repression. Meet the man behind the curtain, Hjalmar Schacht, the economics minister who created the MEFO bills. These were government IOUs in disguise, a secret line of credit that allowed the regime to pour billions into the military. The government hid the true scale of its debt from the world while building its war machine. Under the 4-year plan, the choice was made: Germany would have guns over butter. Resources were pulled from consumer goods and thrown into military production, leading to shortages of everyday items. Independent trade unions were banned and replaced by the state-run German Labor Front. Workers had jobs, but they had lost all their rights. Wages were frozen at rock-bottom levels. By 1939, the economy was sputtering and the MEFO bill scheme was a ticking time bomb. The country was speeding towards bankruptcy, and the only way to keep the engine running was through conquest. War wasn't just a side effect, it was the whole point of the economic model. The annexations of Austria and Czechoslovakia were acts of economic plunder, stealing gold reserves and factories. As the war spread, the Nazi regime looted every nation it conquered, shipping industrial equipment and forced labor back to Germany. The economic miracle had finally shown its true face: an empire of theft and slavery. Growth without freedom and morality isn't progress. It's the path to ruin. The 1,000-year Reich lasted just 12 years before it collapsed into ash. The miraculous recovery led directly to total destruction, proving that an economy built for war will eventually consume itself.